end into game 3, which I think my memory obviously doesn't serve me well from the first 2 games. That last game, amazingly, taking the baggage and overrunning the Allans meant enough to actually take the Roman army down as well with the damage they'd taken. So that ended up as a mutual destruction, a nul draw with 58 points each for both armies breaking. So that was a little better than we thought. But let's see where that puts me in the table. That puts me up against David down from Scotland with his Yayoi Japanese army, which is not necessarily the top of the list of the armies that you choose to a period which might have cataphracts, because a lot of it is medium infantry swordsmen and bowmen, and cataphracts should just run them down. Unfortunately, there's no real two ways about it, unless they manage to get a load of terrain. And as you can see, the terrain gods have not been particularly kind to the Japanese here either. So there's quite a lot of open space here. They're obviously going to push into this terrain. My two javelinmen are going to be wildly outnumbered, but the cataphracts, I guess they were hoping to find someone there, but they are just all going to sweep across here and see how the battle lines up, probably around about this axis. So let's have a look at the Yayoi Japanese. You can see actually there's medium spearmen elite. Still not great against cataphracts, much better against normal cavalry. Medium swordsman, medium swordsman mediocre, medium swordsman. They're getting a factor of 0 against cataphracts in the open. Cataphracts are on 2 and furious charge. Bowmen are not great against the fully armored cataphracts, and just medium swordsmen as well. So this is an army to overwhelm Romans with sheer weight of numbers, swordsman against swordsman. It's an army to overwhelm impetuous warriors, as their impetuous doesn't count against swordsmen, but in the open against cataphracts, it's climbing a pretty steep hill. So here we go. My army kind of swings forward, trying to coordinate to keep these apart with using the spearmen as a bulwark in between the cavalry cataphracts and the camel cataphracts, and then these guys pushing forward a bit faster. And I'm guessing that the flank march is over on that side. Again, the baggage is very tempting for it, so that's where it's going to be coming on. And yeah, it is in the open. This is about as good as the the Yayoi Japanese can do, but I can see they would feel a bit iko-iki looking at themselves in the open against just a wall of cataphracts. This is going to have to do a lot of work very, very quickly, and this piece is likely to be skirmished out the game before this before they get anywhere by these guys just going in. And ta-da, this arrives immediately and immediately sacks the baggage. It's a big army to take some dents out of, but it's still, it's always nice to get 4 actual points. So you can see those guys driving forward, making my light infantry and cavalry push back, but they're still so far away. They're even far away from my reserve, who've been outpaced by now. They're just rushing to get in, and there's just a little bit of action over here. Again, all I'm trying to do is stop the army swinging round and clobber as much as the central piece as I can. And here we go, camels, cataphracts, all going in with an overlap at the end of the line. These guys were slightly short in movement, but the advantages these have in combat is so great. I've just stuck them in, even allowing a couple of extra overlaps against these swordsmen. Mediocre swordsmen as a reserve, could get engaged quite soon. And let's see how those combats go in a few turns. This is still fighting away. I've committed a cavalryman again just to stop them. The javelinmen are committed just to stop them coming around. But I'm trying to think where the other guy from the cavalry command must have run forwards and joined in. So yeah, they've my cavalry. They're now about not losing, not dying. So it looks like they managed to beat somebody up in the open. But then with all these bowmen coming to start shooting them, they're just out of the way. They don't want to be fighting or don't want to get shot at. Their job's just to preserve their own lives for a bit longer while the cataphracts do the business. And here we are. It's not all plain sailing, but that's a hole. Now the full set is in. So there's three hits been taken there, but big hole there, overlap coming in here. 1, 2. Once the markers are going, these combats start to turn into +2, plus armor, plus elite for my guys. The spearmen hold up a bit better, but this is only really going one way quite quickly, I think. These guys are starting to get overwhelmed. The spearmen are just in there blocking, but it looks like my generals just picking some people up on the back of the table as the cataphract fight carries on, and all of these guys just try and get out of the way much faster than the infantry over here, which is what they can do. And the whole line of 4 cataphracts just goes straight through, straight towards the mediocre mediocre swordsman in the rear rank, the second reserve. Nothing they can do. No point in stopping. Just carrying on, take the hits with it, and aim just to mop up as many of these guys in the open as they can, as they kind of steam forward. Looks like my generals lost against some light infantry, which is a little bit bizarre. But these guys are just wrapping everybody up now and crushing whatever's in front of them. And that's unfortunately for David down from Scotland a very, very tough matchup for him and a very straightforward victory. And I do know the result of that one for the Parthians.